we live or not? Why are we not live?
Sur Facebook, on est d'accord, ça s'affiche automatiquement hein, sur la page.
Yep. So, hi guys. This YouTube is working. Just try to make sure that Facebook. Live or not? Why are we not?
Moi, je suis connectée. Alors,
Facebook, ça marche pas, je crois.
Facebook, non.
Tu regardes par avant ou pas?
Facebook, c'est là.
C'est YouTube ça.
Non, ça, c'est Facebook. Attends, par contre, je suis dans le mauvais truc.
Oh, it's on. Yeah, it's both on.
Hmm?
It's on. We are live for SwissBorg podcast Q&A week 14. Thank you for everyone for being present, and as well, thank you very much of all of you guys for being super awesome and making a historic day for SwissBorg, putting the great referendum at forefront. It was a great thing. Cast. So guys, today we're going to talk about a bit about your questions on Slido. We're going to talk about a little bit of some news as well regarding SwissBorg, and we're talking about a little bit the markets as well. It looks like the markets turned back as Marco predicted yesterday, which is fantastic. Well, great, happy to see that we're getting some green. And yeah, again, thank you so much for everyone for making it. So first thing, the referendum. Guys, the referendum was something that was really heartwarming. We had over 4,200 people that actually participated, right? And that was really, really, I think so, a great feeling. We had over, I think so, 55% of people that actually were the tokens that were participated. The choice was to know if you wanted plan A to do a web-based dashboard, or the B was to be an app-based. And what happened, which was great, is that a lot of people participated, over 4,200 people, sorry, that participated, and it looked like it was quite a split decision, was quite close. And the reason is I think so, you know, we have different generation, different mindsets. People like to be on the go and going forward, having more and more a smart wallet that will be developing most probably. And some people obviously like to trade at home and have their multiple screens and make sure that, you know, they're in a comfortable spot to manage their wealth. And with these great different results, you know, it seems that you know, the most probably the next step would be to develop both of them. However, Nicolas, our head of engineering, that's our main tech developer, would be starting by doing the by doing the mobile app, smart wallets, and then obviously we'll be developing as well as we go the web base. So the great thing about it is that essentially we'll have both versions, and that's really cool. The other thing what's really good as well is that really the fact that we took very few time to actually to really yeah, I would say to have the first proof of meritocracy, which is the referendum. I think so that was really great. It shows really the utility of a token. A lot of people are wondering, is that the only utility of the token? Obviously not. That's the first figure, to give you the voice to utilize the swarm intelligence and to make sure that essentially, yeah, we listen to you guys. You know, I think so. That's one of the great benefits of blockchain, is giving a voice to everyone. And yeah, thanks to the referendum, which was really good, and a lot of people participated. It was a great witness for that, and yeah, I'm really happy about that. So perhaps we could dig into, I mean, if you guys, I mean, I'm sure you checked out the Medium. Yeah, you checked out the fact that, you know, a lot of countries were participating, a lot of Japanese, like always. Then there was, obviously a lot of Swiss, Canadians, a few Americans that bought our token right after ICO, probably when our own exchanges. And very interesting fact is that very few have sold their CHSB tokens, so that really shows alignment that a lot of people are not just here for short-term gains, but actually to make the new financial era together. So that's something that's really heartwarming to know. Then what other fast, which was really interesting, is that we're one of the first referendum, I would say, on blockchain. Maybe not the first votation, but one of the first referendum, and it's great that you guys made it. Now let's maybe dig into the different questions that we guys have. Maybe let's make this thing bigger. So one of the main question came from Till. Till, again, thank you so much for always answering these different questions. It's really great the fact that you're here and you're definitely helping us a lot and making sure that you have very wise questions. One thing was missing from the referendum process was a place to discuss pros and cons in a structured way. Can you promote on one of them in the next referendum? That makes 100% sense. The idea of having a community is making sure that we're able to communicate. As most of you know, which will be one of the second feature, or the third feature probably of the CHSB token, proof of meritocracy, would be to have a great investment forum where you could have different ideas and people could get rewarded based on whatever they're contributing to the platform. And right now it's a little bit hard to do so on Telegram. It's hard to do it on Facebook as well. It's quite messy. However, we're going to put more and more efforts to really to build up a little bit Reddit. And I think so Reddit has a great format where you guys could really move a bit from Telegram to Reddit and have the discussions completely open. And at the same time, these lives as well are always great opportunities for you guys to just pop on different questions rather through the Slido, which is great because you're sure we're going to answer them if they make sense and people like them. And the second way, obviously, is always to pop on different questions while we're doing the live, and it's a good way for us to actually as well know what kind of answers you want to get. So yes, still this will happen. It could already happen on Reddit, and will happen even furthermore. And if you initiate these different type of questions going forward on our platform, you get a lot of likes or a lot of comments or activity, that's a great way how you're gonna unblock new features for to exploit on our platform, or it's a great way to just get CHSB tokens. Jim in Park, I pumped your Instagram. Yeah, Nancy. Yeah, we saw that. 11,000, man. Love you too, bro. That was a great way. Nancy was very happy about it as well. The new star getting viral for sure. So thank you for Jimming for pumping up that. Please continue to do so. We'll find great ways to reward you for sure. Anonymous, Mr. Anonymous or Mrs. Anonymous. Can the CHSB token be understood later? Tokens be understood later as a kind of security, or are they all supposed to be used for votes? So the RSB for right now, their lone purpose is for voting, right? Again, the most important is that we have a product that is already ready after 2 or 3 months. And again, guys, the CHSB token, it's a proof of meritocracy. And meritocracy, obviously, one of the first function is to get a voice, right? And if you get a voice, you're able to vote, then this is one of the main thing. Then the second fact is to get rewarded. So that's what people are going to get. By voting, you'll get different CHSB tokens. But as we continue, you have to understand that we will have more and more cool features that will be available for CHSB token holders. One of them, we haven't announced this officially, but today, you know what, let's go for it, is that within the dashboard that you guys log in, you'll have access to different indices that SwissBorg investment team has been especially looking at very carefully on a quantitative method and a qualitative one. And the CHSB token holders will be able to look at the different portfolios. We'll try to make it live maybe not first step will not be live, but at least you'll have once a day the snapshot of the whole full portfolio. And then if you guys want to copy that portfolio, you're more than welcome to do that. And that will be embedded within your dashboard. I don't want to put a date to put too much pressure on Nicolas' dev team and Marco's team as well. But yeah, essentially, you will have that great feature. And that's the second feature that will be essentially the second feature we'll having for CHSB token holders. We'll have many other ones going forward as things come up to. And by the way, guys, if you find out that you have some great way to make the CHSB more attractive, or a feature that you say, guys, we really want that one, please SwissBorg make it. We will definitely look into that could be actually our next Q&A. How can we get more value to CHSB and more token holders and create more buzz within it? That could be a great Q&A for next week or the next 2 weeks or so. That I could prepare it. Many crypto funds that are already closing again because they don't have enough investors. How do you attract an institutional investor for the off-chain fund? So yeah, many crypto funds closed down because they didn't have legit funds. I mean, there's very few of them, right? And most of the time, the different service providers are not super credible. Their AUM is very small. How do we attract it? By being awesome, I think so. And how you do that is by obviously making sure that you have a great track record, that you're able to protect the tail risk on your portfolio. The last 2 months and a half, 75%, 72% drop was quite hard on a lot of different portfolios. So if you didn't hedge yourself, it would have been probably a lot of really quite an issue. So having diversified portfolio, I think so as we like to implement it, having market risk, but as well as counterparty risk, so doing more arbitrage and things like that. I think so that's the way to protect the tail risk of your portfolio. You have a lot of different investment strategies that you could employ to diversify your portfolio. So how do we attract it? We're legit. We're a team by legacy, by track records, by being based in Switzerland, but as well having investment team in Canada and as well in Toronto. In Toronto and as well in Tokyo. So that makes we trade around the clock, and making sure that the branding of SwissBorg is better than ever. And I think so. This referendum was a first. It's just a small thing, but it's a small thing that's going to change a lot within our DEO. And I think so probably in the world going forward. This new spiritual entrepreneurial way to actually give a voice to every community holder and stakeholder has a great value. And it will be, as we grow, this type of mindset, I think so is very important for all of us. Startup, can you share experience which you had during the ICO when you decided to go through the ICO? Yeah, startup dude, girl, that happened like a long time ago. That was last year, beginning of the year last year. We looked at the space for ICOs, we invested, and then we said, yeah, let's go for it. Took us 10 months, a lot of hard work, making sure that we had a community, that we had that frustration that we all had working for the financial system or not having access to that financial system, really create this great community that we have today. I think so. Over 30,000 people, by the way. Congratulations for that. It's really cool. I think so. That was how you start to understand if there's a purpose to a cause. And the greater cause, which is to really regain control of your wealth. I think so a lot of people united to that force and, essentially got the feeling that, yeah, there's no need of so many intermediaries within wealth and a person. And everyone should have access to that. If you have, 1 or 2 francs, $1, 1 CHSB, or if you have $1 billion, you should have, a fair enough good service for that. And I think so that's what we're all developing together and making community-centric. So how do you acquire the know-how? Yeah, dude, that's hard work. Hard work. Especially, what you do, you audit, you understand who's the good players, who's the bad players, you understand what's the technology, what's the philosophy, how can you really understand the purest sense of decentralization, of meritocracy, of tokenization and encryption. Then you have to obviously be able to navigate the legal side, which is a massive pain in the ass. You have to look at the different exchanges that you guys want to get listed after. You have to work at different partnerships. You have to do a lot of PR, marketing, and you know, the know-how from ours is we got it from scratch. A lot of people say, "What's the recipe?" Hard work. Hard work always pays off, and unfortunately, as of today, we don't know any really counterparties that are really good at. I mean, there's more and more. Actually, I'm saying that, but we had like a workshop today with EY, and I just came from it. I'm sorry, by the way, that's why I was late. It went really well. You know, you get more and more credible people start understanding into it. So you could find some service providers. We as well at SwissBorg, we offer our technology for ICOs. We could work out some things on the legal side as well. And if we feel that actually the ICO is a great project for the CHSB token holders, definitely call us out, and we could definitely help you. And then you know, find a way that could benefit our community. Fulan, thanks Fulan for the question. Do you think that even the best cryptocurrency project has a chance to survive if Bitcoin dies as a cryptocurrency? Ooh. So I know a lot of people won't be happy about that. Yeah, of course. We all know that Bitcoin, you know, is the ambassador, is the greatest ambassador today of blockchain ecosystem and cryptocurrencies. However, if that store of value is going to still remain the number one, you know, it's hard to say. There's a great community behind it. The fluctuation of Bitcoin is still very volatile, like most of the crypto. And, you know, it will never die. It will always have forks. Bitcoin Cash is a great example. Then the others, hard to understand if they will actually do well. But, you know, I don't think so die, and if it does die, yeah, of course, it will be just better, you know, better firms, and that will create better tokens and a bigger community behind it. You know, now we're getting to a market which is getting more and more liquid. I would say not in terms of volume, but in terms of actually get into the market. You're seeing Goldman Sachs and all these big different guys that are getting to the game. So that means people could exit that game as well. You have more and more spreading Bitcoin's wealth around the world without a lot of the market participants. I'm not saying Goldman Sachs is a good thing, but I'm saying that the concentration is moving, and you're seeing less and less mega powers controlling the whole Bitcoin system. So as that will evolve, you know, I think so. You will get more liquid, and I will get more liquid. The transfer of the wealth from Bitcoin to another crypto could be easier. And therefore, I'm quite confident that, you know, tomorrow, if there's a new protocol that people believe in it, and people could then, you know, trade it from Bitcoin to that crypto, yeah, it's possible that, you know, Bitcoin will not be as big as it's of today in terms of repartition of the whole market, which is, let's see what it represents today, but what is Bitcoin towards the market? Okay, we see today at 128 billion, and the market is at 300. Is at 300 right now. So that's roughly what, 38% or no, 43%. Sorry, 43%. So it's still big, and it's still there. And by the way, guys, great day for the markets. EOS is on fire for the last 3 days. I don't know what's happening with that. But yeah, it looks like protocols are doing great today. And this is, I think, it's a good sign momentum. I hope we break the 300 market cap. It will be a good sign for our next bull run. Getting back to other questions. Till, thanks for the question again. How will the unused CHSB for rewards be distributed for the next referendum? If you think you have to make sure all gets distributed, otherwise it never ends. Not 100% sure what you mean, but I try to get the picture of it. It's, yeah, you know, again, right now, not everything's going to be distributed because, you know, obviously there's not everyone who participated in it. And that amount will go to the next round. So the next round that we'll fix is going to be 5 million tokens. If it's going to be 7 million tokens, we will add on top X amount of tokens that has not been seen. So like the lottery, exactly the same system. We're still not super confident to say which will be the next question and when will be, but now we're working out internally with the governance and all of that, and as soon as we have a very important step to go through, we will definitely source you guys to have another referendum, and we'll be very happy to reward you handsomely. Till again, you're the man. As a referendum result was very close, do you consider developing that with technologies, HTML, so code for Android and iOS? So most of it is going to be in Scala for the backends, and for the front ends, I have to not too sure about that. I have to talk with Nicolas.
Front end?
Yeah.
React.
So that was, by the way, Mariam. You could say hi to Mariam.
Hi.
So we're gonna go with React. Okay. So anyways, as you know, the backend is gonna be very similar if it's mobile based or if it's mobile based or web based. So that's not really gonna change much. What is gonna change, however, it's the front end, and the front end, which is extremely important. I'm not saying that, but it's just that as we have already the backend will be set. Most probably we'll have a web-based version, hopefully 2-3 months after. How many time you need to develop the mobile app? Oh wait, sorry, I lost one. Until at Altatla, what can you tell us about your progress with the Cryptalin? Do you plan to market institutional investors? Great question. You're probably an institutional investor, or you're about to set up your own fund. Any of the two. We had an interesting meeting today with EY. Right behind us, not behind this, but behind actually the wall, there's our great Lina Elodie, our head of legal and compliance, that has just started, 2 weeks ago. So she's obviously trying to recess exactly all the different licenses that we're going through, and we still haven't talked about the Cryptalian. But that's definitely in the pipelines. If we will be offering it to only institutional or accredited investors, or we'll be able to actually sell it through an exchange that could actually accept as well retail investors. However, the worst case scenario, don't forget, we're building the app, which is the SwissBorg Advisor investment platform, where you have your smart wallet connected to exchange, and you'll be able to buy into any different investment theme that we have in mind going forward. So it's even better, I would say, than the token. I mean, it's not better. It's just another way to have actually a really cool customized investment portfolio, which I think so at the end is what everyone wants. Whereas the token hedge fund is just one that you have to, you just one choice, and you just have to essentially, have the exactly same thing as the other people. So less choices. We're working on both of those. And hopefully the Cryptalian will have maybe a solution soon. If not, if people want to know how much time it will take for the mobile app, for the smart wallet we're developing, that might take, it's hard to say, but it could take from, let's say, 5 to 8 months, I think so, maximum. But then, with tech, you still always have to be sure that things go as planned. Not always, so it might be a bit sooner, might be a little bit later, but the forecast would be 5 to 8 months, I think so. That's what people are. And on that note, we're recruiting front-end people. So if you guys are great in front-end, please send your CV to hr@swissborg.com, hr@swissborg.com. Okay, super easy, just like that. At SwissBorg.com. Okay, that easy as that. Getting back to the Q&A, Anonymous. So Lee, what's up, Lee? Your developer, Dr. Rob. He's responsible. No, he's not responsible. Actually, the owner of it's Anthony, myself, and then Nicolas, obviously. It's a hard one. That one is GitHub is only open source. Right now, we're developing a lot of smart wallets and the dashboard and all these different tools. that are not going to be open source right now. So we might put some different features that it could be open source, but the idea is not to give the full, the full thing. If not, any competitor could take it over, and then we lose all the power of the CHSB in our community with it. So whenever we'll be developing smart contracts, which is completely planned for new different protocols, yeah, then we're gonna obviously make sure that's on the GitHub. You could test it, and hopefully you could be enjoying it, and you could then our GitHub will be more active. But as now we're more working on backend things, it's not the real purpose of GitHub, but we might put some features if people would like to see more activity on it. Yeah, Dr. Rob, he works for a lot of different consortiums. He's part of SwissBorg, obviously. Yeah, Nicolas is our head of engineering, and he's one taking the whole calls for the SwissBorg Switzerland team, but he's as well going to be working very closely with the French team and obviously with the Japanese team, Toronto team already. So yeah, he's making the calls. He's a fantastic ad. It's been a short month, I think, so he's been with us, and we're really, really happy to have one of the bright Scala developers and a great human being as well. Could you tell us about the current development status of SwissBorg community platform? Will do a better release earlier at the end of the Q2? That's a great one. I hope we're on different projects. Right now, it's the dashboard. We want to make sure that you get the smart wallet investment themes as soon as possible. Cryptalian doesn't even watch technology that for. We want as well you to get the investment themes that you could log on into your dashboard and maybe not buy in directly into it by a button, but you can still already trade it if you want to do and copy us. So the investment forum will have to actually unfortunately take a bit of work after that. We're hiring more people. Actually, I have a new dev is starting, I think so, in 2 weeks, in early May, start of May. So that's great. And actually we have someone else that probably will take part of this. We're hiring 2 people out of London, marketing, head of support. So he will definitely, he believes in automation, he believes in things. So if we hire this person, we will definitely have someone that could essentially help us building that the investment forum, hopefully soon, or SwissBorg community platform, sorry, as you call it. Fulan, thanks for another question. SwissBorg is the land of banks. How does Team SwissBorg imagine to oppose the competition? We welcome competition wide open and with a smile, and we say, I love you. Competition, yeah, banks, yeah. I mean, but the thing is that, we're competing on a different scale, right? Like, when you think about big banks doing blockchain, it's always, you have that joke, like, yeah, they're doing blockchain. Yeah, they're doing blockchain. But are they really doing it? Yeah, some of them are, like Swissquote. That's a great, I think they're doing a great job. Then the others, yeah, maybe 2 or 3. But then, no, I mean, no one's going to move. Because you have to break an empire to recreate one, right? And the great thing about us is that we're super agile, we're decentralized, and we have you that are helping us on right now asking all these questions. Yesterday about the referendum, tomorrow about the investment platform, and the community platform, sorry. So, we're very agile, and the great thing is that we don't need to break anything. We just need to build on an optimal level, the most scalable possible, and with the less intermediaries as possible. So I think so within, 1 year from now, SwissBorg is going to be a huge difference from what we are today. 1 year ago, SwissBorg was so different from today, even 1 month ago. So in the last month, I think so we hired, I don't know, at least 4 people, right? And obviously we're always very, very, take all the precautions of hiring people that we need them. And we would still want to make sure that we have a burn rate that is quite low or reasonable, but we still need to hire the right people in order to deliver what you guys expect from us. So yeah, I think so. The being very agile, being bootstrap mode, not paying ourselves high salaries, not have a high burn rate, and making sure that we hire the right people with an investment team, tech team, marketing team, legal team, and making sure where partnerships are great between different countries. I think so that makes the strength of SwissBorg. That is, it's made in Switzerland, but at the end it's owned by the world, right? Sirs, you have stated very bravely that you're the #1 crypto bank in the world. On the reflection, do you retract the statement? Have you stated yes? We're not a bank per se. We're definitely one of the best crypto wealth management platform, and probably one of the only one that already has something on. I mean, there's great other ones. I mean, you have a lot of different other platforms in GA are doing a fantastic job. There's many of them. There's other ones that is a bit more complicated, I would say, for them. And some of them that are really ballsy and taking very audacity moves that they might pay on the long run. And we're not doing that. We're making sure that we are legit, as always, and making sure that we're compliant with market authorities. We're compliant with the standards and the rules of how do you have to do to make sure that your business is sustainable in the long run. So yeah, I'm still very extremely proud for sure being part of this community and having you guys. That our ICO went very well. That unfortunately our token, as the market has lost a lot since, I'm very confident that it will appreciate going forward, and that we will really make our token, CHSB token, more and more useful, and you'll have a lot of great values to it. On that other note as well, we're having a conference very soon, and that's another perk that you guys have. It's called Blockchain Onchain.net. Nancy is really leading that project with Antoine and their people. So most of the CHSB token holders could get in for free. Most people that participate in the referendum could get in for free as well. That's or a very high discount price. It will be a 2 days conference, which will kick ass from 21st to the 23rd. 3 days, sorry, because we'll have a third day party. Essentially, will be about how to unchain the blockchain within the banking industry. So that gets to the point about crypto wealth management. And the second day will be more on technology and on blockchain for good, because don't forget that Geneva is the capital of NGOs and most other international organizations. So yeah, every person will tell you exactly, how the CHSB token holders could come. But it's in Uptown, just right next to the train station, not too far from the airport either. If you guys want to come, 21, 22nd, 23rd, 3 days, learning a lot, meeting a lot of people, and obviously some party. Anonymous. Another anonymous. Do you have a VC as investor on board? Respectively, did you sell some of your equity? Nope. Did not happen. We got in with a bank. The bank is not does not hold any equity today. It's called Warwick Bank. And we know we didn't need any VC, guys. We have better than the VC. We have 30,000 people. Well, how can you compete a VC with 30,000 community members? It's much more powerful. VCs, I 100% respect them. I 100% respect that the fact that a lot of VCs do a fantastic job what they do. But again, I'm not sure that VCs is a model that will persist in the next financial era. It might happen, because you still need people really to assert the skills, make sure that they do find the great talent, the great teams, then they get into the board of directors and try to create partnerships, but as well make that the company has value, and the valuations are good, and the sales target do meet expectation, this and that. But not sure that for us right now is what we need. We have sufficient capital to obviously spend in order to develop the different to essentially go to our roadmap and get all the different milestones done. But as of today, we're not interested, and that's how it is. ECB is starting that their exchange platform will be in June. Where is SwissBorg with exchange? So if you're talking about a European crypto bank, yeah, well, hard one. I don't know. Team seems legit. We not recommend ECB as an investment. We haven't done it through due diligence. We got to talk to see what their thing is doing. The fact that they're named the bank, that's already illegal. So I haven't looked into the white paper really, to be really honest with it. Looks like the team has some pedigree and they do come from the off-chain world. Will they be able to adapt to the on-chain world? I wish them the most best. Again, you know, we're in competition slightly, and I think so at our stage we're probably much more advanced, that's for sure. And again, the pie is huge, guys. I mean, look, what, 40 million wallets, 10, 15 million real, you know, active investors in the blockchain. Most probably 3-4 years from now we're at 1 billion. That means even if there's competition, there's still room for 1,000 of different wealth management platforms. And definitely as we're being growing, I think so we're part with Among Us, who have a great route, a great track record, and as we're developing and we're being very community centric, the community is growing day by day, which is the most important for us. Altalta, what's up, dude? Again, what can you tell us about your progress regarding payment methods? What are recent developments with FuseX? Thank you for that question. We haven't talked to FuseX for a little while. I mean, me personally, Japan team, Ken, CEO, he's talked to them several times. We can't talk about what's happening on that. We have to, we have to make sure we're ready to talk about it. But for sure, payments is something that we want to make it legit, and we want to make it, we want to make it legit essentially. So FuseX, fantastic IoT for crypto to fiat. We definitely like the team. We definitely think that there's a strong beneficial relationship that we could build with them. But we're now still not ready to disclose what's the next steps with them. But obviously, whatever we do, it's always for the HSB token holders. For transfer purposes, are you the subject of litigation proceeding enforcement action in Switzerland and elsewhere? And no, we're not. Please give a detailed explanation on what is the wallet and why holding a THS 10%. Explain the definition. What is the wallet of holding THSB? Told it. Who helped you to go through the ICO? Did you have advisory from somebody? Not that much. No, we didn't really have much. I mean, we had some people that are advisors. They did help, but that's pretty much it. Where is Holga? Why did she leave? Oriare, she didn't leave. She's still advisor with us. We meet her time to time. I think so. Holga. She wanted to essentially have more open type of spirit and making sure that she could work with different projects. We still, have a great relationship with her. She does have CHSB tokens. She comes in our office time to time, but she moved to Zurich, and we're still working with her on the DAOA. We're still working on her with this new event. We're working with her with different marketing things. So everything is good. But I think so. She wanted to. She's a very entrepreneur lady, and I think so. She wanted her own gig and then be able to live a lot of different other ICOs. So she responsibly took the decision to create her own company. That is awesome. That I'll be working with, and that's pretty much it. Ichi, Malta. Yeah, Malta's. We're working right now with 2 different law firms. One more closely that we Lean obviously is heading, our head of legal. It's great. I mean, I'm quite confident that essentially we will get something done in Malta. I'm pretty sure about that, because the reason is Malta has always been a very smart, pretty much a very smart a smart island where you had, the first came from the fund industry, making sure that emerging managers were able to set up funds. It was much faster. The capital needed was much required, was less important, but they still had great due diligence, great firms, and this and that. And they had as well the gaming as well. And the gaming industry, they really challenged the gaming, let's say, industry in Europe, and did a lot of big ballsy moves that the prime minister is doing the exactly same thing right now for blockchain. So that's a great factor. That's definitely what people we want to work with, that accept changes and want to take the initiatives of doing those changes, not relying just on what the ECB will always say, but maybe forefront, not be against it, not at all. Be completely aligned with the ECB, but potentially, when I talk about ECB, I'm talking about the real ECB, or European Central Bank. So Mario Draghi. But to put at the forefront, really trying to take the initiatives, not wait passively and say, oh, look what SEC did, let's copy them, but be like FINMA. Like, okay, we have a lot of ICOs, let's figure out what we can do, what we can't do, what are the good ICOs, what are the bad ICOs, which are the ones which are asset-backed tokens, which are the ones are hybrid tokens, what are the one utility, which one are the crypto coins. So yeah, Malta, we haven't planned a trip to there, but I think so right now we're looking for the different licenses that we like to have different companies that have different licenses, and mainly it will be for managing fiat, because obviously in crypto the only license that does really exist right now in incredible jurisdictions in Japan, and we already asked for the cryptocurrency exchange over there that we'd like to have as soon as possible. Is there any good questions? The referendum was a success. Congratulations. Are there any lessons learned that you plan for implement RSB2? Yeah, I mean, itself, the contract will be a little bit different that we learned. So yeah, Nicolas built the RSB1, and it's one that you could keep for all time. So it's a type of exclusive one that you could always have if you still have some of them. If you don't, well, it doesn't matter, because anyways, you can't really use it, but at least you'll have it in memory. And worst case, it's always on the chain, right? But yeah, it'll be built a bit differently. I think so. There was a very good idea earlier from, I forgot who asked that question. Maybe it was a Till or someone, but someone was saying we would put that on a forum. I would be very interested that people could start participating more and more in discussions on Reddit and have this real intelligence thinking, saying like, okay, guys, actually this makes 100% sense because it's mobile. Why? Because it's mobile. It will enable perhaps to have much users. And the other case, people say, yeah, but in order to get more smart wallets done, you'll need to spend much more money on marketing, where our web-based is something easier. Anyway, having these great, proactive discussions where we could feel the sentiments of the community, and we could start as well rewarding the people who are like, okay, these guys are really in for the long run. More importantly, they're giving us fantastic advices, which we always take, and therefore we like to reward even more. During our workshop earlier, we thought about that, is that how could we potentially score people on a higher level if they go through a survey and actually fully understand the referendum. So we'll have like just random questions that people could ask, and based on that score, then they'll have some way to have a stronger significance to their vote. Another way is the double votation, because as you noticed for this referendum, which was very interesting as well, we had more people that voted for web-based, but we had more RSB that voted. That was counted for the mobile-based. So maybe a double votation could be something that we could work out, and how we would then skew the essentially the number of people versus the number of RSB. That's something we've talked in the white paper. We still haven't figured out how we would do it, but something that we want to take in consideration for the future referendums. Is the marketing strategy defined for the platform? Not sure I get that one, Ichi. Is the marketing strategy defined for the platform? Oh, are we talking about the community management platform? Is this the marketing? Is this the dashboard or the smart wallet? So I don't know which one it is. One will go organically, so I think so, because there will be a lot of Telegram people that will merge to that and all these different investment forums and ideas of trades, and that I think will grow organically, and then we will probably have a specialized marketing strategy for that, but that's probably in Q4. For the smart wallets, we're hiring right now head of marketing. Obviously, we already have marketing within the team. The next step is really to emphasize a lot on the branding, on the team, and the next features that we want to present through the smart wallets. So yes, we'll be rebranding as well our website. It'll happen probably in the next 60 days. We'll have like a really cool website that you guys could get more information in a better way. Yeah, but we still have a lot of ideas, and some ideas haven't come. So Ishi, if you have any questions or you have any recommendations, please let us know. Yeah, so Tim, I think so. I answered your question earlier about the lottery. Sorry, otherwise I don't read all the questions. Some of them have already been answered previously. Now you have Lydia on the team, have discussion with FINMA, the banking license, progressing, Ichi. So yeah, with the FINMA, the banking license, again, I don't think so we're going to get the banking license in Switzerland first. You know, it's really hard to get the banking license done for one reason, because crypto is still not regulated. The second is that we don't need, per se, a banking license right now. So what we need is exchange, and what we need is a EMI money institution for payment purposes to distribute in Europe. For so we don't need it because we don't need so. We need a security dealer for all our activities regarding OTC, big trades, and getting fiat in for the SwissBorg Advisor platform, then investing into crypto. For Europe, we don't need it for Switzerland. And then we need those things for Japan because it's a big market. But with the cryptocurrency exchange license, we have both of those, so which is great. Other questions that it is. Sorry, my. Are you planning to publish information on how you're spending funds during raised? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, we are. Yeah, that's very good. That's a very, very good question. Thank you, blockchain enthusiasts. I was about to say that. Yeah, going forward, we really want to release and be more transparent. We're preparing everything. It was very hard up to the ICO to track every transaction that was done, paid for different services and this and that. So we're really revamping all of that. Roughly, our burn rate today is approximately 3 million across all the different offices and people that are working directly or indirectly with us. We want to stay like that. You know, have humble salaries, making sure that we're not spending too much. And as we grow and we're more and more confident about all the auditing internal, we'll very be happy about it. And actually, I'll be writing an article hopefully next week about that. I don't have any Lamborghini. I don't have anything. We still live with Anthony in the same apartment altogether. A lot of people always crash at our place, rather community members or people from SwissBorg's team that come. We're still in a co-working space. We're about to change offices, but we're going in a shared place as well. In Toronto, we're in still a share, co-sharing WeWork thing. Same for your Tokyo office. France is a bit dispersed between people's place and co-working spaces. So yeah, we're not spending money on anything, okay, maybe on this t-shirt, but anyone could get that t-shirt. That's pretty much the t-shirt I wear at least 5 times a week. Why didn't SwissBorg choose Zug, for example, for lower tax than Canton Vaud? Ciao, Marcelo. What's up, man? I don't know. We didn't choose it. The main reason why I didn't choose it is at first you don't know that we're not gonna get a tax holiday. That's one thing. Second is that I think so decentralization is the essence of everything. And if everyone's centralized in Zug, then it's not decentralized anymore, right? You have to understand the frustration in order to persist and be successful at what you do. If you start all together in the same place within the same ecosystem, I don't think you're going to make it. And that's why we have offices a bit everywhere, where we think we have a big community and we're always looking for expansion and not be concentrated. You know, we could be 25 people in Lausanne and all stay together. Will that be as great as having 5 offices around the world, 5 people a bit everywhere? I don't think so. And decentralization is that. And tax is something else. We might as well, you're right, you might pay more taxes, but that's not too sure. And on top of it, you all know that hopefully in 2019, taxes for companies will all tend to be similar in each canton. Idea, new European banks are offering insurance on hacking. This is an excellent selling point. As SwissBorg introduced. Yeah, someone talked about that the other night. We were having beers, and he talked about that. Yeah, that's actually really cool. Didn't look into it more. We will. Do you have meetings scheduled with FINMA? Always about the FINMA. FINMA guys are super busy. Okay, it's not like, hey, I'm getting an appointment to a doctor. Okay, no, it's like having one doctor for 10,000 people. So it's not, you don't just go and say, hey, FINMA, what's up, guys? Can we meet up? You don't. The FINMA could consult us. We had back and forth letters, a lot of different things. But the idea is obviously to always be categorized as a utility token, make sure they're happy about what we're doing. That's why the Cryptalian was obviously postponed. And yeah, we would be happy to meet the FINMA whenever they have time to receive us. But we're not going to be knocking on their doors every day and say, hey, let's go meet. And no, that's not how you do. These guys are market authorities. They're not consultants. They're people that work in order to protect the Swiss citizenships and Swiss investors. And, you know, we'll be very happy to meet them whenever they want. Hopefully some people will be coming on to the Blockchain on Chain conference we're organizing. So hopefully we'll meet them there. If not, we'll be always very happy to go to Bird and go meet them whenever that happens. What do you consider that members suggest ideas in ICO, co-investment, or fund? Yeah, Michelle, I mean, I don't know what you work for. Of course. You know, going forward, I don't think so. We'll never do that through referendum. I mean, never say never. Who knows? But going forward, imagine the community management platform, the SwissBorg community platform, where you have, for example, if you, for example, are all-star rated, you get features. You get all the features. So you get like ICO pre-deals. You could get transparent signals to automate your portfolio. You have portfolio management software. You get access to free research, maybe to customize research. You get to meet us whenever you want. You get all of that. If you're maybe like a 4-star or 3-star, then you get less access to different things. And if you're a 1-star, 2-star, well, you get even less opportunities to obviously get access to these different channels. And how do you get access to the different channels, the 1-star to the 5-star, or the white belt to the black belt, whatever we call it? The gamification process is rather by having a lot of CHSB, or obviously by being very, helping the community by answering questions, by doing great questions, having a lot of likes. So a gamification process that could, rather you pay for get the 5 stars and you have a big amounts of CHSB, and therefore obviously it's a proof of stake in somewhere, or a proof of work where you actually have to not mine but indirectly participate it. So that will be the 2 different ways of having those 5 stars: proof of work, proof of stake. When are you moving to Geneva? I don't know, Jimin. If we have a great tax holiday and we feel that we could get a lot of things great from Geneva, we'll definitely move. If not, we'll stay here. We love Lausanne. Lausanne is a bit our HQ, and yeah, most people enjoy it a lot, and it's it is actually the most entrepreneur city of Switzerland. So I think so. The main reason is that, yeah, That's one thing. We have great talents. Le PFL is there, so the Polytechnique of Lausanne is here. We have HEC, we have the university to source new recruits. You have EHL as well, for great for marketing and event management. So we have a lot of great resources here, and we feel quite confident staying here for the next period. We'll see when it happens. Hey Jordan, man. Oh, so what's up from Holland? Good to see you. I'm great. That thank you very much, guys. I think so. This is we're getting to ending. If that's cool with you, if there's any other questions you want us to answer, we'll have another one. Maybe next time we'll have a guest as well. Like that, we could have it maybe more interactive. And I won't do the whole the speaking, but maybe someone else. Maybe Lino Lodi, that's just right here. Actually, could participate to the Q&A.
Hi.
And maybe some else. Nicola, I think so as well. I think so. A lot of people want to know about not only the legal side, but they want to know about the tech as well. So that would be a great way for people to as well get access to different questions that you guys want to answer. And Richard Kent, hi man, always there, awesome dude. I hope the t-shirt suits you. And what else? Jizza, two biggest chains. Thank you for the answer. I want to say, good job, Referendum. Thanks, Joe. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Please be more and more active to Reddit. I think so. This is where we could really utilize this farm intelligence. We could have more and more interesting discussions. Obviously, always happy to do these lives. And guys, yeah, looking forward to talk to you again. Don't forget, please save the dates for blockchain, on-chain. If you want any questions, please ask Nancy or ask any member from the team. 69 days, magic number from now. And yeah, I'm looking forward to meet you all, you guys. And take care. Ciao, guys.